Hi there. Instead of a standing practice today, I am going to do legs up the wall, which is something that helps when I need to bring myself more inward. And my belly has been a little bit off today with appetite and just maybe not feeling hungry, but then feeling hungry, which I've had on and off, which is not my usual. Like in life, it's not necessarily my usual, except when I'm under a lot of stress and anxiety, but it has been my on and off usual for the last couple weeks. So I'm going to try and mitigate some of that anxiety, doing some points, some self shiatsu points. And I'm going to focus on my heart center, right in the center of my chest, right here, as well as a little bit, like if you find the crease in your wrist and you measure a couple fingers up, right here. I'm going to be holding this point just gently and connecting with my other hand right here. So I'm going to be holding both of those points, maybe having it rest on my low belly while I'm doing some intentional breathing. And then I'm going to alternate by holding the center of my chest. And what we're doing is opening up the fascia lines, opening up the body system all along here. Opening it up, feeling like I don't need to protect against these worrying thoughts, the sense of, is this something infected and I need to disinfect it, I need to protect myself. And right at this moment, in this room, right now, I have nothing I need to be defending against, and I need to settle my system. So this can also help with insomnia, and it's just really good to settle anxiety. I'm going to do legs up the wall while I'm working these points, and you may not be able to see what I'm doing when I am actually doing the legs up the wall. And you can modify this to be appropriate to how your body is feeling right now. So if you are in a place where you cannot lay upside down, perhaps you are just on a work break and you have a Zoom call that's going to start in 5 minutes and you really just don't have the time or the space, or maybe you are at work and it's just a very hectic moment. There are ways that you can modify this in a standing, just a normal position. Maybe you're sitting in the car or you're sitting at your desk, and you can hold your belly and focus your breathing to be calm and easy. And even though you're not able to like lay down and open up a sense of physical opening of your chest like that, you can put your hands on your belly and just experience a sense of comfort and safety in this moment. If you are in a place where you're unable to, or your body is not in a position to lay down and you're on a chair or sitting on a bed or a sofa or whatever, you can just do the same visualizing and imagining and holding onto your belly and focusing inward on your breath and this moment of safety, even if you don't put your legs up. You can also, what I would do when I was really stressed out, I had a home daycare business and the kids would go and I was so tired I could fall asleep, but I couldn't fall asleep because then my schedule would be all out of whack, or I had some evening appointment typically. I would just lay on the sofa and throw my feet up over the sofa where, usually you sit on the sofa like this, but I would just throw myself on the sofa and put my feet up that way. You can also just lay flat, or you can do this visualizing. If you can lay down, and maybe you can put your feet up on a chair, that's another option. Modify it for you. So I'm going to rest myself down, feel my body, connected to what is supporting me. If you're sitting or standing, you're still connecting to something that is supporting you. That is the earth. Feel that sense of being held. Breathe into that sense of being supported and held by the earth. And now I'm going to roll onto my back and flip my feet up against the wall. But you can stay in this position or stay in any other position that makes sense for you and your body in this moment. Hello. Sometimes opening up the chest feels really good. Feeling the support of what is holding you. Feeling a connection to the earth. I'm noticing my alignment is a little bit off, so I'm going to adjust that to be the most comfortable. And imagining a sense of safety and ease, whatever that means to you, whatever your mind wanders to that is veering from safety and ease, you can put in a little cloud bubble and say, either I will address you later, thank you very much, and letting the cloud float away for a time, or if it's something you don't need, again, put that thought bubble and have it float over the ocean and get sparkled up. So now I'm going to put my hand in my heart center. Technically, this point is parallel to where in between the nipples would be on any person, whether the breast or nipples are there now or not. Imagine where that center point of your chest is and feel like you are softening your hand, softening to connect with your heart. I like to use this point while I'm holding on to my belly and doing some breathing. I think the most important thing is to do what feels best for your body and your breathing in this moment. And if it is not what I'm doing, shift and do something that works for you. I feel like I can't even take a full deep breath right at this moment. So if this flexibility works for you, what I'm doing is opening up my whole pelvic bowl so my abdomen feels even more open, that I can accept air all the way through my whole system. So I have just put my feet that were straight up down into whatever position is comfortable. And if this is not comfortable for you, don't do it. Oh, that's a good full deep breath and yawn. That's what I needed. And now that I have a full sense of openness through my whole body, I'm going to put my fingers on those wrist points. A yawn is perfect for right now. that is an example of legs up the wall and doing some acupoints to help with anxiety. I'm going to feel myself being held by the earth. What is supporting me? What is underneath me? I'm going to go over onto my knees and my elbows. Still feeling that sense of connection to the earth. Feeling connected to the earth still. I'm going to lift my head up. And I feel so much better. Thank you for joining me.